Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. My name is Lily Nova and I'm super excited for this video today. I usually cover alliance updates, I receive galactic messages, I cover DNA activation, spiritual components, as well as what's going on the world stage. And it is a beautiful day in the awakening. I have some very exciting news for you guys. Now, I did a deep dive on my latest live stream on 3i Atlas. So I'm going to show the clips going straight to the meat of it, what I was able to get. I did a sort of remote viewing session on it. I got a lot of notes on it, so I'll be reading from my notes. And I wanted to add just a little bit of commentary in the beginning and post at the end of the video. So 3i Atlas, whenever it first came up just recently, you know, it's all in the news, I thought, I mean, I kind of brushed it off, honestly. I was like, meh, you know, because I figured, okay, so there's this ship. If it really is like a Federation ship or some sort of advanced technology, why is it coming into the solar system in this way? Why isn't it just going, you know, these advanced technology crafts can blip in and out. They can appear and disappear wherever. So why is it coming in this way if it's advanced technology? Now, the data that I was able to get and the messages that I was able to receive on this, it started to make sense then why it would be coming into the solar system in this way. And essentially it is part of a disclosure plan, as well as sending out and emitting frequencies and codes, and it's interacting with our consciousness. But I'll save the rest for you guys to see the data that comes up, so I'll go ahead and play that now. This is what I picked up on, so of course, like with everything, take it or leave it. Use your discernment and feel into it and see if it feels true to you, but this is just what I was able to pick up on. Okay, so immediately tuning into 3i Atlas yesterday, I heard white hat operation, followed by it is a conduit. For what? I asked. Frequency. It is a conduit for frequency, enlightenment. It is interacting with the sun, solar energies. And as you guys know, the sun is a portal. It is source. It is interacting with our DNA. All of the solar energy is hitting us. It's a huge part of our ascension journey. So it's really interesting. It's interacting with the sun and the magnetic grid of the earth, the architecture. What ETs are involved? I asked, to which they replied, a conglomerate. A number of different things or parts that are put together to form a whole but remain distinct entities. Multiple races are involved with this program. So I think this is a very multi-layered program that we have going on. It's very multi-layered. It's involving different star councils, I was seeing, like a variety of different beings. And it feels very ancient, very, very ancient, this craft, or it just feels like ancient technology. I see Lyrans, Syrians, Nordics, Talia, who is my Andromedan contact who works with the Earth Alliance, Solar Warden, Earth Alliance, really highlighting the Earth Alliance. And then I heard reconnaissance, which reconnaissance can be defined as military observation of a region to locate an enemy of a certain strategic features, or preliminary surveying or research. So I think part of the mission of 3i Atlas is to gather information and also to see how the public is reacting to this. But it's doing more than that. It is sending out a frequency. It is interacting with our sun. It is interacting with our consciousness. And it is also delivering codes, which I'll get into in just a second. So after this, I kept seeing Lyrans, the feline beings, which I was not expecting. Lyran codes, ascension codes. This feels very, very ancient. Very ancient. And a lot of us, we have Lyran DNA. A lot of us are Lyrans. And if you take a step back, we've got the Lyran Draco war that has been happening for millions of years and continues to occur on our planet. This has been like a battle of the bloodlines that we're experiencing. and we're breaking free. There's like a redemption arc occurring, a healing, a massive healing, because there was a massive betrayal. A lot of us have ties to Lyra. I would argue almost all of us, maybe not all of us, but many, many, many. There are some other star seeds and light workers who volunteered to come from other places, but a lot of us are kind of karmically tied to this. And we're beginning to remember our history, remember who we are, remember our ancient divine blueprint and DNA. And that's what 3i Atlas is coming in to assist with. It's bringing in these Lyran codes, this divine blueprint, and it's going to be unlocking memories, I believe. It's going to assist with raising the frequency and the consciousness. And yeah, so really interesting. Remembrance codes, DNA interacting with Lyran DNA, a library of information contained on the ship. So I was seeing visions of like feline beings on the ship using their fingerprints or their genetic blueprint, their energetic signature to unlock certain aspects in the ship that's carrying kind of like a quantum library of information, is what I was seeing. Lyran fingerprints or genetic energetic signature to activate, unlock. And I was also seeing Nordics and other galactics, Earth Alliance also involved in this. I was seeing a lot of Nordic oversight, like they are helping to oversee the mission, monitoring the ship to see how it interacts with us, how humanity perceives it, disclosure, and the awakening process. So it's a big part of the disclosure and awakening process as well. If you guys remember, also I want to say thank you so much for the super chat, Susan. I really appreciate that. I feel it's going to wake up the masses. Yeah, that's part of its mission. If you guys remember, just recently, I think I shared this on my last live and the live before that, I recently had a dream where I met with Trump and had a conversation with him. I was like, look, it was specifically about ET disclosure and cosmic disclosure. I'm like, look, this is important. There are extraterrestrials interacting with us. They have been for a very long time. And we need some movement here. We need something to happen. You need to pay more attention to this, or you need to help disclose more of this. This is important. So can we please focus on that some more? And Trump was really receptive to it in the dream. And then after that, I was contacted by Kay, who's my inner Earth contact, who is works with the Earth Alliance and works with the Alliance. She gave a nod of approval, and she said, okay, we're ready. I think you guys are ready for the next phase of disclosure. And that, and I, in the dream, like these ships appeared. At first it was two F-117s. And then I was like, no, we need like UFOs. We need something crazy. We need something extraterrestrial. And then a boomerang craft came in, and we got like a nod of approval from the Alliance to move into the next phase of disclosure. That was right before 3i Atlas came in. So I very much think that this is the next phase of disclosure. It's helping to seed it in the collective, and it's also interacting with our DNA. It's interacting with the sun, with the frequency, with the consciousness of the planet. So that's really interesting. So they're monitoring the ship, a lot of these different galactics, these Nordics, the Earth Alliance, to see how it interacts with us, how humanity perceives it, the disclosure and awakening process. And then I heard satellite images will reveal. And I'm sensing scientists, and I'm wondering, are they going to release these satellite images, which they've done that a few times. They've released some images. I hope they don't try to cover this up. But, you know, the awakened ones and those who are on the journey to truth are being very vocal about this, which is good. So they can't really hide too much, I don't think. People are just blowing the whistle on things left and right. And I'm sensing scientists now, humans observing satellite data and images. They are confused, some of these scientists. Those not in the know. This is confusing them. This is an anomaly. They're not sure what to make of it. Speculations will occur. Things that push their boundaries and beliefs. I asked, will they disclose this? And I heard they already are. Mixed reviews. And I feel like maybe they're hiding some of it, though. But like I said, there's people blowing the whistle on this, people being very vocal about it. So we'll, for those with the eyes to see, will become aware. But I mean, either way, it's seeding it in the collective, and it's interacting with our consciousness, the sun, and our frequency. Dependent on public reaction, what and how they roll out. Global conspiracy. I said, do we have anything to worry about? To which they replied, absolutely not. So there are there's scare tactics happening, you know, people trying to say it's an alien invasion or whatever. Like, don't feed that any attention. Chief Golden Light Eagle, Star Knowledge, let's go. Thank you for mentioning that. I'm actually speaking at that conference in South Dakota in October, if anybody would like to join in honor of Chief Golden Light Eagle. So it's going to be a lot of ancient wisdom, Native Americans, and then I'll be speaking there and some other people. Brad Olson's going to be there. So it'll be a really good time. If anybody wants to check that out, I have a link in the description, but I'm looking forward to that event. And I kept seeing, so continuing on, I keep seeing Nordics involved in the operation and oversight in conjunction with Earth Alliance, like Oversight Committee. And then I heard alchemical process. So this is very much an alchemical process as it is approaching Earth, interacting with our consciousness, our DNA. And then I heard golden opportunity for growth. So I feel this is unlocking our DNA and codes to help us tap into our highest potential, right? To help us expand our consciousness, to help us remember who we truly are. And maybe if you set the intention, I mean, I'm feeling a massive shift just over the past few days, setting some intentions, setting some mantras, focusing on DNA activation, reprogramming, accessing those codes, integrating that. It's a great time to do that. And also, I wanted to share, I do have a DNA activation workshop, how to activate your DNA and how to connect with your star family workshop, as well as a DNA activation kit program with 9 DNA activations in it from various species, Lyrans, Sirians, Pleiadians, inner earth beings. So if you guys are interested in trying that or working with your DNA in that capacity, of course, there are other resources that you can get online. I do have some DNA activating affirmations free on YouTube. But if you would like to do this workshop that comes with a channeled session and or the kit program, DNA kit program, which was my proven process to activating your DNA, that is available on my website. Thank you, Victor. And you can also just meditate on that, focus on that, but it's happening either way. You can just really harness that creative power and really focus on that to amplify that, but it's already occurring. Got a little bit more here. Galactic councils are gauging results. So they're very much monitoring this whole situation, monitoring us. And then I heard humanity has proven they are ready for the next step. Fail-safes put into place, I heard. And then I heard like placebo effect. I was picking up on a placebo effect, and it reminded me of like our co-creative power. It only takes a few awakened who are anchoring in light and truth, and it ripples out. I asked, what is the next phase? They replied, truth bombs. I see Trump, and I hear Magdalene bloodlines activating, remembering. Does the Lyran DNA codes have to do with this? I ask. Yes. The Christos template, they reply. Our divine Christ consciousness Christos template. Returning, Christ Sophia. And then they said, the devil is the harbinger of bad news. Face the light. Focus on the light, on the truth, on love. They will try to tempt and distract you with negative frequencies, fear-mongering, all of that. So face the light. Just a reminder to do not entertain the dark, face the light. All right, so those were my initial results on the information and data I was able to receive on 3i Atlas. I'm sure more information will begin coming up as it is getting closer to Earth. This is very exciting, actually. And to my previous comments in the beginning of the video, why it's coming into our solar system in this way is because it is a wave. It is bringing in these codes. It is interacting with our consciousness, with the sun, with our DNA, and it is very, very ancient. So I feel like either the ship itself or the object itself is very ancient, and at least it has very, very ancient technology and codes within the ship. Now, I got a little bit more information on that this morning. So if you guys remember, Oumuamua, which was the other mystery object, which the scientist, Harvard scientist Avi Loeb, covered and was very vocal about it being an alien spacecraft. That was the first time we saw anything like that in the mainstream media. So that was a very bold statement, and it really riled things up. Now that Oumuamua came in actually before my big starseed awakening, which occurred in 2020 whenever I began being contacted by extraterrestrials. 2017, I find that date very key because that seems to be when a massive wave began coming in of a shift in consciousness. We saw a president coming in and taking office who is not part of the typical, normal, groomed political scape. He was a non-politician coming in, and a lot of things began changing. And also the 17 operation began in the year 2017. So some information that I got this morning before even knowing that, before looking up the date of when Oumuamua came in, I received some information that Oumuamua was like this first wave of these codes coming in from guardian races. And whenever I was reflecting on it, immediately saw a very vivid vision of the avians, or the blue avians, which is another ancient kind of guardian race, I believe, that is karmically tied to us and has, I mean, there's a lot of material on the avians out there. I've had multiple contact experiences with these beings. So they felt very connected to Oumuamua, and those brought in a different set of codes to interact with our consciousness and help fuel the awakening process. And then you have 3i Atlas coming in with the next wave of codes, and it seems very specifically tied to ancient Lyran DNA and heritage, which is a big part of our history. So I just find that incredibly fascinating, and I'm super excited to see what else comes up from this. Now, with all of that being said, with this object interacting with our DNA, I have a couple of mantras for you guys and some tips. DNA activation is incredibly key. My star family, when they began contacting me, first showing up in UFOs, which I was able to capture a lot of evidence and video and photographic proof of these contact visitations, which I have a lot of that in my book, Contact, which you can find on Amazon. Or you can also just look through some of my videos. I share footage here and there of that and some of those older stories of my beginnings. But my star family, and they were specifically Andromedan, but I also have contact with Pleiadians, Arcturians, all different sorts of beings. They told me that DNA is the key. The heart is the key, but also DNA is the key. Whatever you want to create or embody or access, it is all within your DNA. So I feel that right now, it is an incredibly potent time to be working with your DNA. Now we have all of this dormant DNA that can be activated. We are multidimensional, very powerful beings. A lot of our gifts have just been dormant. They've been suppressed. Our DNA has been tampered with. We've been blocked off. So we can begin to work with that and reactivate and reclaim our divine blueprint. Now you can find DNA activations online, on YouTube. I have some DNA activations and DNA activating affirmations on my YouTube channel. I also have a workshop on how to activate your DNA that comes with an hour-long session working with the star beings to help activate your DNA, as well as I also have a DNA activation kit with 9 sessions, so it's a longer program that personally transformed my life. But there are many things that you can do. You can also spend time in nature, work on detoxing your body, meditating, listening to frequencies. Just setting that intention, saying mantras, affirmations, because you are reprogramming yourself. So I would invite you to reclaim these codes, reclaim your divine blueprint, and set your intentions on this, because right now is a very, very powerful manifestation and ascension window, and the energies are supporting it, especially as this object is nearing Earth. So a mantra that you can use is, I reclaim my lost light, my divine blueprint. I claim my sovereignty, my soul gifts, my divine DNA codes. I reclaim them now. Set that intention, repeat that. You can word it a little bit differently if you'd like. But you're really just setting that intention to reclaim and reactivate your divine blueprint. Another mantra you can use is, my perfect embodiment already exists, and I am embodying it now. So there is the perfect version of you where you are activated, you are living in divine alignment with your higher self, you are tapped in, you are dancing with the universe, living with ease, you are abundant. That version of you already exists, and you can reclaim that. You can embody that in the here and now, tuning into that reality, tuning into that frequency, and bringing it, embodying it here now. My perfect embodiment already exists, and I am embodying it now. I hope that was helpful. I will be sure to keep you guys updated on any other cosmic messages or information that comes in regarding this topic or anything else that is relevant. You can also watch the full stream under my live stream tab, or check out any of my other resources on my website, lilynovacontact.com, or free resources on my YouTube channel. Please like this video, drop a comment, let me know your thoughts, and as with everything, use your discernment, take what resonates and leaves the rest, and I hope you guys enjoy your week. I will see you guys later.